Expression for voltage, current and impedance on a transmission line. We have derived an expression for voltage, current and impedance on a transmission line in the first unit. And we have studied the behavior of behavior of interconnect at RF and microwave frequencies. For example, at a DC and low frequency, the interconnect which is used to connect the source to the load ZL behaves like a simple short circuit. In such a case, if you measure a voltage at any point over a transmission line, for example at like x1, x2, the voltage at x1, that is Vx1 equal to Vx2. So the voltage and also the current doesn't depend on the distance over the transmission line. If you measure voltage or current at any point over the transmission line from the load, for example load here, if you measure voltage or current at any point over the transmission line here or anywhere, it doesn't vary, it remains the same, that is equal to V, that is voltage across the load ZL. So that is independent of distance. Voltage and current are independent of distance over the interconnects. It behaves like a simple short circuit. But if you that is obeys the Ohm's law, the voltage and current over the transmission over this interconnect are in the circuit obeys the Ohm's law. That is current is given by I is equal to V by ZL. So obeys the Ohm's law at low frequency and DC signal. But if you go for RF and microwave frequency, then the interconnect which is used to connect the source to the ZL behaves like a transmission line as shown here. Behaves like a transmission line with a characteristic impedance Z0 and a propagation constant gamma. In such a case, if you measure the voltage over the interconnect, that is behaving like a transmission line, voltage at x1 is not equal to x2. So the voltage and current over the transmission line depends upon the distance at which point we are measuring the voltage and current. So Vx1 is not equal to Vx2. So the expression for voltage, so it is a depend on the distance at what point we are measuring over the transmission line. So if we measure at x1, it is different from measuring on x2. So the voltage and current depend on the distance. In such a case, or inside this case at RF and microwave frequencies, voltage and current are given by equations like this. The expression for voltage at any point over the one, if you can calculate the voltage at any point like x1, x2 or any over this line using this equation, it depends upon the voltage depends upon the distance. And here this equation is for a lossless line. Lossless line means alpha equal to 0. The expression for voltage is given by this equation, and similarly current is given by this equation. It is also depend on the distance. And here tau L is a reflection coefficient. It is given by ZL minus Z0 divided by ZL plus Z0. Z0 is the characteristic impedance of the transmission line. In case of lossless transmission line, this Z0 is equal to R0. That means it is real. Characteristic impedance is a real quantity. So it is you can denote that Z0 by R0. So that is the impedance, voltage and current depend on the distance over the transmission lines. It doesn't behave like a simple short circuit. So here, so the impedance, so current and voltage depend on the distance. As you move over a transmission line like this, voltage and current varies as shown in this figure here. As we studied in the first unit, this is the variation of voltage Vx. That is, there is a reflected wave is there and incident wave is there. This is representing the reflected wave and this is representing the incident wave. At any position over the transmission line, the voltage is the addition of reflected wave and the incident wave. So addition of reflected wave and incident wave, they are of same frequency. The addition of those two gives rise to the standing waves as shown in this figure here. So voltage Vx is a standing wave pattern. It doesn't move over a transmission line. The wave looks like the variation of Vx looks like it is standing over the transmission stand still over the transmission line. So the voltage variation over the transmission line. So this is a transmission line. As you move from the load ZL, that is that X is equal to 0, as we move towards the generator like this, the magnitude of Vx, if you take a magnitude of Vx and you plot it, it is looking like this. This is a variation here that exhibits maximas at some positions and minimas at some position. So this is X is equal to 0 and we move like this towards the source, that is moving over the transmission towards the source. The variation of voltage is like this. So it is at load point, it takes some value and afterwards the voltage reaches maximum value here and it decreases and reaches a minimum value, and again the pattern repeats like this. Every lambda by 2 distance, the pattern repeats. So this is with the fixed positions of minimas and maximas, the pattern repeats. That is magnitude of V of x. That is called as a standing wave pattern, and this looks like a stand still over the line. That's why it is called as a standing wave pattern that we studied in the first unit. So the voltage is varying say like this. Similarly, the current variation is shown in this blue color here. Current variation, here is a current variation. If you plot a magnitude of this current, the expression for current is this, equation 2. If you plot this equation 2, magnitude of this I of x, that is here. Current and voltage variations are opposite in nature. Wherever voltage maxima is there, current minima will be there. See like this, this is the current variation. So magnitude of X and I of x, if you draw as a function of distance from the load. So this is a load point. As we move towards the source, if you plot the magnitude of V of x and I of x, they are shown in this figure here. So this current and voltage variations over the transmission line, and the pattern repeats every lambda by 2 distance. So now, because of current and voltage are varying this pattern, impedance also varies over the transmission line. This is Z of x. If you take a Z of x and if you plot, Z of x also varies over the transmission line. So Z of x usually, that is impedance. If you measure impedance at any point over the transmission line, it is not same. It varies. See like this. At RF and impedance varies over the transmission line because current varies. So wherever current voltage maxima is there, impedance is maximum. So at this position, that means at this position of transmission line, if you measure a impedance, it takes a maximum value. And now if you come to this position, that is here, the voltage is minimum. Voltage minimum means impedance is minimum at this position. Similarly, that pattern repeats. Again, impedance become minimum here, impedance is maximum here, and it varies within that maximum value and minimum value. It varies. That is from year to year. If you move, the impedance varies from maximum to minimum. So impedance also repeats over the transmission line. So if you measure the impedance over a transmission line, it doesn't remains the same as in case of DC and low frequency. So as an example, at a DC and low frequency, for example, if you consider like this, load ZL is connected to the source Vs. If you measure a impedance here, that is ZX1, and impedance at this position x1 and x2, if you measure the impedance, both are equal, that is equal to ZL. So this interconnect behaves like a simple short. If you measure impedance at any point, it is equal to ZL only. That doesn't changes, impedance remains the same. But in case of RF and microwave frequencies, because this interconnect behaving like a transmission line, even the load ZL is connected here. If you measure the impedance at x1, it is not equal to ZL. It is take some value other than ZL. Similarly, if you measure at x2, it is some other value. So like that, impedance over a transmission line varies. as a function of distance. So that is given by this equation. And because of voltage and current are repeating every lambda by 2 distance, see like this, every lambda by 2 distance voltage and current are repeating, impedance also repeats every lambda by 2 distance. So z of x is a function of distance, and it repeats every lambda by 2 distance over the transmission line. So it is a function of distance. X1 volt impedance measured here is different from impedance measured at x2, similarly at this position. And because the impedance repeats every lambda by 2 distance, if you measure impedance at this x2, that is the voltage minima, the impedance again measured here is same. At x2 and x5 the impedances are equal, because those 2 points at a distance of lambda by 2. Similarly, impedance measured at x1 and x4 are equal, because they are at a distance of lambda by 2, that is maxima position here and here. Maxima positions we are measuring that is x1 and x4. Impedance are equal because they are at a distance of lambda by 2. So again impedance also repeats every lambda by 2. And as we see here, load value ZL, that is here at x is equal to 0, and again load value ZL also repeats at a distance of lambda by 2 from the load position. So if we travel a distance of lambda by 2, for example here at this position, that is at x3, the value of ZL repeats here. Okay, but in between from load ZL to here, the impedance is not equal to ZL. It takes some values, okay, depending on the value. It may be maximum, but again the value ZL repeats at x3, because this x3 is at a distance of lambda by 2 from the load point ZL. So in the transmission line, usually at maxima position, maximum voltage, wherever maxima is there, voltage maxima, their impedance is maximum, that is at x1. Usually that value is equal to R0 by S. Here S is the voltage standing wave ratio, VSWR, that we studied in the first unit. So R0 is a characteristic impedance. This is equal to Z0, because the lossless line Z0 is equal to R0. So at maxima position, this at a maxima position, voltage maxima position, Z of x is equal to R0 into S, that is at position x1, voltage maxima. Similarly, at voltage minima, that is here x2 voltage minima is there. So at voltage minima position, the impedance is equal to R0 by S. Theoretically we can prove this also. It is R0 by S. And from here to maxima to minima, between R0 and S and R0 by S, the the impedance varies. It is a complex variation. Impedance is a complex and it varies. But minima position and maxima position, it is a real value. Impedance is real. So at maxima position at x1 and x3, x2 here in this figure, the values are here, they are real values. So impedance is real at maxima position and minima position, but it takes a complex value between the maximum value and the minimum value. So over the transmission line, even it is a load is ZL, but because of it is behaving like a transmission line, impedance measured at a different position over the transmission line is not same. So at a different, like x2, x3, x4 and x5, impedance is different over the transmission line, and that depends upon this equation. That variation is given by this equation. So here again this impedance maxima and minima positions. Current minima is there wherever voltage maxima is there. So that variation is depends upon the distance. The of x varies over a transmission line.